Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Renton Reflects. I haven't been watching a lot of cable television in recent years, so I've been missing out on some really good shows. This show is definitely one of them. Each season on the show features an ordinary human passenger, or passengers, having boarded an interdimensional train that travels across a barren landscape and seems to go on forever. Each car on this train has its own imaginary world inhabited from within. For example, one car would have a world populated entirely by corgis. Another car would have every part of its interior surface be covered in chrome. Another car would have a huge carnival. Another car would have an autumn forest setting, and so on and so forth. The featured passengers have their own personal issues or trauma to deal with. They're each given a glowing number that appears on the palm of their hand. This number goes down every time they're able to overcome a certain aspect of their issues or trauma, or if they're able to overcome an obstacle on the train. Once that number reaches 0, a portal opens, allowing them to leave the train at their leisure. To get there, though, they must explore different worlds, solve puzzles, and dodge against certain enemies in order to escape the train. I must admit that this has to be one of the most imaginative and original premises I've ever come across. It's got very good storyboarding and very creative writing. The way the show establishes its environment really works. Think of it like an adventure-themed video game with a similar atmosphere like Alice in Wonderland, where you come across unusual characters and locations that, at first glance, may seem like complete nonsense. Yet they strangely make coherent sense. Even one of the characters on the show remarks, "Even crazy things have their own logic." One of the things that I admire about the show is how it utilizes the imaginary worlds to their full potential, so that they could help further progress the story arcs along. And I also admire its exploration of character, for the passengers are able to change and emotionally grow over the course of each season, so that they could gain the opportunity to become better people. Much like the Cartoon Network miniseries, Over the Garden Wall, this show has pushed certain boundaries so that it wouldn't have to be labeled as just another cartoon show for kids. For it's got that extra complexity and sophistication that broadens its appeal to both kids and adults. It may have its suspenseful and oftentimes nightmarish moments, but at the same time, it knew how to balance out the amount of tender and humorous moments as well. In the end, what you have is a show that gives way to a viewing experience that's both welcoming and inviting, which is a nice change of pace from some of the other cartoon shows I've come across in recent years. So, I'd say the show's worth checking out. It's a wonderful animated series that truly connects and is always open to an infinite number of possibilities. It might even spark inspiration in the imaginations of those who see it. If I were to rate the show on a scale between 1 and 10, I'd give it an 8.5. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes my review. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.